All these cars still need to be serviced. Meanwhile, their auto technicians inside are being spread thin. Owner Mike Watkins says now his staff is working double time. Meanwhile, vehicles with more complex repairs sit idle.
The van's been here for 2 weeks. We're putting an engine in it. That's a 3-4 day job.
Welcome back to another episode of Parts Talk. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate each and every one of you. Today's topic is going to be proof mechanics are going their own way. Yes, it is a subject that I've been tackling for the last couple of videos. However, we want to get the word out there because every forum I enter, every time I go to social media or read in the news trying to find content, there's always a list of issues that mechanics brought up. Going forward, I think I'm going to be doing more videos to have those said mechanics come on and tell us their stories. That is the approach I want to go next time. I think they want to play it safe by posting their concerns on Reddit, Quora, and reaction videos. However, because they want to remain anonymous. But it is important for them to get the news out there so people can actually hear from them issues they've been having all this time. So since last year, news got around there are a shortage of mechanics. They are out there, but no longer willing to serve local shops and garages. So why bother when you can be paid more elsewhere using the very same skill set for far less hassle? So let's get right into this first video.
We would all agree there's never a good time for your car to break, but right now it's a really bad time for your car to break because finding a mechanic to get their hands dirty to do the job, not easy.
Yeah, auto repair shops in Collier County say that they are really struggling to hire and keep auto technicians and mechanics. And that could impact the next time you need your car checked out. ABC 7's Jennifer Vegas is getting us more.
They have the tools. They have the clientele.
And we've got cars parked partway in a ditch. We've got them all over the place.
But not the hands to get the job done quickly anymore.
Because I feel stressed out because I can't, people want their cars. I've had some cars here for 2 to 3 weeks because we just can't get to them.
Years ago, that was a fear for Kurt Umpenauer, owner of Kurt's Automotive. Now, it's reality, as his small independent shop off Y'all Street in Naples struggles to hire just one mechanic.
It seems like people just don't want to work with their hands anymore.
It's no different here at the Garage Auto Repair. Take a look at the parking lot here at their Progress Ave location. All these cars still need to be serviced. Meanwhile, their auto technicians inside are being spread thin. Owner Mike Watkins says now his staff is working double time. Meanwhile, vehicles with more complex repairs sit idle.
The van's been here for 2 weeks. We're putting an engine in it. That's a 3-4 day job. Easy.
For Watkins, it all started last year. As a core group of his mechanics stayed put, he says a few new hires decided it was time to take advantage of tough times.
Either they quit and go home and collect unemployment.
Since then, both business owners posted job listings on sites like Indeed and Craigslist. Take a look at their competition.
You can't even find a warm body just to stand here and do nothing.
That's why, until things get better, both are willing to hire anyone with a basic knowledge of auto mechanics and train from there. In Collier County, Jennifer Vegas, ABC.
Until garages, shops, and dealerships tackle the number one problem mechanics have been having, which is higher salaries, because it's a backbreaking job. And being in the industry for such a long time, I can also tell you that it's also a very unforgiving industry when you take a look at it. I always reiterate the instances that to say anytime there is a global event happening, whether it's an economic downturn, natural disaster, or anything else that transpires, the automotive industry is one of the industries that is impacted first, because dealerships on a whole and manufacturers, they rely on the numbers. And the thing is, every year dealerships and manufacturers give their quota as to how much vehicles they are going to produce and sell, and the numbers are always increasing every year. However, it is not reflective on the increase in salaries on a global scale, because when you look at the statistics going forward, every year the amount of cars on our roads are increasing. That gives precedence to the amount of vehicles that are being produced, also the amount of vehicles that are being sold, and it is a trickle-down effect of the amount of vehicles that are out there that needs to be serviced, that needs parts, that needs maintenance. However, it is not reflective of the amount of mechanics who have decided to drop their wrench and walk away from it. But this is not the only issue. I am going to show you another competition that has entered the market for mechanics deciding to go their own way. Let's watch this.
Hello, my name is Peter and I'm an automotive technician. 4.5 years ago, I left the shop and joined Your Mechanic. With Your Mechanic, I'm earning a lot more money now than I could ever perceive working in a shop or a dealership. I'm my own boss and I set my own schedule. I deal with customers directly, and that way I can establish a rapport with the customer and retain customers for future. Your Mechanic makes it easy to find new customers. What's really nice is they do all the marketing, advertising, and covering the cost of parts. Their site and app takes care of all the scheduling. So what's really nice is I get to work on customers' cars, which I really love to do, and I don't have to worry about sourcing parts or paperwork. That's all taken care of for me on the app. Your Mechanic is an ideal platform for technicians that like a flexible schedule and like working directly with consumer and fleets. Just set your hours on the app. Then Your Mechanic team, they take care of all the bookings and the payments. They set a fair price for customers and technicians. Because there's no overhead of a shop, I get to take home more earnings, and the customer gets a fair deal. It's really a win-win situation. The best part of my experience is getting to know my customers and helping them stay mobile. So if you enjoy being your own boss and you love to deal with people directly, you are going to love Your Mechanic.
So last year I did a piece on Your Mechanic. It's in the playlist on my YouTube channel, and they are considered the Uber for mechanics. Just imagine you can go online and book a quote only to have a mechanic turn up at your home, your office, or place of recreation to carry out routine maintenance. And it is backed by Ashton Kutcher, the Hollywood actor, and other heavyweight tech investors. So don't get me wrong, I'm not being paid by Your Mechanic, but I'm only highlighting exactly what is happening out there in our market currently, and one of the reasons why mechanics are exercising their options. So the link for this will be in the description box below. Now our final video, let's take a look of a group of mechanics or engineers installing an engine in a ship. Like I said, for mechanics you can have the same skill set and get more pay working in other industries or sectors. Dealers and garages really need to reevaluate their pay structures and incentive because there will be poachers. They're not approaching the mechanics directly, however, word is getting around and they all communicate with each other, believe it or not. So a 40-ton crankshaft being installed in a ship. If you go to my community tab on my YouTube channel here, you will actually see this picture itself. So let's start the conversation below. Remember to grab a copy of my ebook, The Parts Manager Guide, Proven Strategies Used to Maximize Sales and Process Improvement. Please smash that like button on your way out. It will only take you 1.5 seconds to do so. Until next time.